Hello and welcome. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now. I'm with you, Kavita, and with me is my colleague Nupur. And next 1 hour is going to be all about your stock-specific question. That's right, the only show where you can get connected with us live and talk to our experts and ask all your queries on your specific stock investment. But how do you do that? Let's just quickly flash our QR code on the screen so that you can scan it, get connected to a WhatsApp number and send across your question. Write down the name of the stock, the price at which you've bought it, and the timeline till when you want to be invested in the stock. We will get you a technical as well as fundamental take from our experts depending on your time horizon or investment horizon. All right, but then let's take a quick look at the market. 0.5% cuts on Nifty and Bank Nifty, where even the broader market is following this suit. But look at the sectoral movement. You know, today definitely we can see the decline to 5 consecutive sessions is extended due to a sharp rise in oil prices. That's weighing the sentiment as well. But sectorally, we can see a sea of red, except for defense, where we can see almost 0.5% up on the index, a flat trade on the index as far as Nifty India manufacturing is concerned, but media slightly in green, but otherwise we can see a sharp hampering coming in. PSU Bank, IT, Nifty Auto slightly flat in today's trade. Stock specific movements, but we can see that the Q1 results are almost done, and today what you need to do about your portfolio will be answered on the show. We are joined by our guest also, Jigar Patel and Gaurang Shah, to help you navigate all your stock-specific decisions. Hi, good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Gaurang, quickly, weak start of the week as expected. What is the range in which you think the market will be moving?
Hi, Kavita. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Good morning to all your viewers, to you, to Nupur, and to Jigar as well. Mandatory disclosure as required by SEBI. All recommendations that I'll be sharing with you this morning on your show, Kavita, they are part of our fundamental research team recommendation from a long-term point of view. Our company, Jurjit, or myself, we do not have any kind of personal investments, no financial interest, no conflict of interest, but we share similar investment ideas with our clients. They might have their investment interest. So broadly, Kavita, after last week, even actually last week, the entire week was, down and out because of the uncertainty, specifically focused with geopolitical tension in the Middle East. And of course, like you rightly mentioned a while back, rising crude oil prices. So again, we are inching towards the $90 mark on the Brent, somewhere close to about $83 a mark on the NYMEX. Rupee is also given a little bit of more weakness from the time we opened up this morning, and a bump up in the India Volatility Index. Curtains down on the first quarter last week, and to sum it up, I think the good part was that there was no bad news. That was the good news. And the corporate India has performed well compared to the expectation which was there before the Q1 earnings unfolded of the total impact of the geopolitical situation, rising crude oil prices and commodity prices. So we have done reasonably well, barring a couple of companies here and there in a couple of sectors. Broad range, Kavita, since we have broken that crucial level of 24,300, I think now that we'll be watching out for the next level is 24,200. If we're able to keep our head afloat above these levels, then I think a meaningful pullback to a higher level can be considered. So it's going to be a range-bound trade. This morning we gave out a view is 24,200 to 24,300 on the lower side, Nifty spot, and 24,400 to 24,500 on the higher side. This is going to be the broad range. I think stock-specific move is something that you need to watch out for on fallback of earnings and a target revision on the upside. For a short to medium term, I think you need to keep your stop losses very, very tight, because if we break 24,200, then I think the next stop, according to me, is, and I hope I'm right, is 23,800.
All right, let's go across now and take the first caller we have on the show this morning. Surya is calling in from Bengaluru. Hi, Surya. How are you doing today?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Very well, thank you. Please do carry on with your question.
Actually, I'm having India Mart share around 2,000 rupees. Actually, holding since last 8 months. There is no exact moment from that stock. And I hold our book profit.
All right. So I think, Jigar, would you like to take this one? He wants to know whether he should be holding it or should he actually sell it in book profits. What's your sense on India Mart?
Currently India Mart, again, the kind of trend we are witnessing on daily chart is definitely negative. Continuously, we are making lower low structures on India Mart. But as of now, there is one level, 1750. If it goes down below that on daily closing basis, then definitely you should book profit.
Okay, I hope that's answered your question.
All right, Surya, are you there on the phone line? Any other question that you want to ask?
Thank you.
All right, all the best. Let's move on. Let's take a WhatsApp question coming in from Rajesh Sinha, Noida, and the stock is HDFC Bank. Entry price is 765, and his target is almost 1,000 rupees, and he wants to know for this target how long should he be waiting. He's given almost a year's time frame to himself. Okay, I'm going to take a technical as well as fundamental take on this. Gaurang, 765 is his buy price, and the expected target that he wants is almost 1,000.
So, Kavita, I think this is one of the large cap bank which was an outperformer, and now, of course, because of the earnings and news flow, underperforming and very attractive in terms of valuation. First quarter number was not as per the street estimates, and that's one of the reasons why it is trading at its lows that it has made in the last maybe about a year or so. We are maintaining a positive stance, Kavita. We are confident that there will be a turnaround, but this turnaround in the earnings is going to take some time, Kavita. It's not going to happen immediately. I think second quarter there will be slight improvement, third quarter visible improvement, and from fourth quarter onwards is what we expect the turnaround to actually take shape. And that would possibly bring in a little bit of more confidence and clarity in terms of earning visibility for HDFC Bank. I think 700 and 730 are the levels where the bank has been a couple of times and then it has managed to recover. So first of all, as a disclosure, again, we are positive on it. Hold on to it. If you have investable amount, then maybe if you get a dip between 700 and 725, I think it's trading at 725 or thereabouts. So between 700 and 725, if you get a dip at maybe about 720, 715, 710, you can add to it also. And if somebody wants to make a fresh investments, then you can start at current levels, and on dips you can add to your investment in HDFC Bank from a long-term point of view. And we expect the turnaround to take shape sooner rather than later.
Right, so the trajectory is likely to change from fourth quarter onwards, as per Gaurang. But technically, what are you able to translate, Jigar?
In HDFC Bank currently, it is very slow-moving counter, but overall the low which was seen during March 2026, the placing of the RSI was somewhere near 19.74. So as of now, the RSI is not making lower low since last 3 to 4 weeks. So we are expecting this half part of the divergence is done, that is bullish divergence. So there is a possibility of one more lower low somewhere near 715. So 715 till 725 would be a very good zone to add at this particular level. And overall and gradually, we are expecting at least 780, 790 mark within next 3 to 4 months.
All right, we've got another caller on the phone line with us, calling in from Mumbai, Jaya Prakash. Hi, Jaya. How can we help you today?
Hi, thanks for taking my query. And I have Sagility shares, 2000 number, and my average purchase price is 40. I'm calling to check whether I can hold or exit or I can add. My investment horizon is about a year.
So your investment horizon is a year?
Yes.
All right. All right, so let's go across to Jigar. Jigar, what are you seeing on the technicals of Sagility? He wants to hold it for about a year.
So definitely at this particular level, he can add because currently the price is sustaining above the Ichimoku flat cloud. Having said that, the recent pullback right from 46 till 42, the volume has been very minimal. So the selling pressure is not there at this particular level. So as of now, we are expecting a very sharp up move till 46, 47. So yes, at 42, 43, he can add and keep a stop loss of below 40 on daily closing basis.
All right, Ajay, we hope we've answered your question. Thank you for joining us on the show.
All right, let's move on and let's take other WhatsApp question. And this is coming in from Mr. Jacob. And this is, okay, MRPL is the question on, and the entry price is 190. And he wants to know till how long can this be held now. Let's take a quick technical take, Jigar.
See, MRPL on weekly structure, again, it is respecting a trend line right from March 2025. There has been some instance, almost 3 to 4 times, the trend line has been respected. And recently we tested this particular trend line and currently trading above Ichimoku Cloud. Definitely, I would suggest to add in even more at this level. The short-term target I'm expecting for next 1 to 3 months is somewhere near 210, 215, keeping a stop loss of below 160 on weekly closing basis.
All right, so that's a take coming in on MRPL, but let's take a short break, and post that we'll continue answering your stock specific questions. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much for staying with us on Buy Now, Sell Now, where Kavita and I get you all the latest on your stock-specific queries. And of course, we still have our experts, Jigar and Gaurang Shah, joining us on the show. And I believe we have another live caller today. So, Ulhas, hi. I believe you are calling in from Karnataka, but where in Karnataka?
Hassan?
Okay, Ulhas, can you go ahead with your question, please?
Yes, ma'am. That re-enterprise, that stock is hold or sell?
Can you repeat your question?
My stock re-enterprisement, the stock is
Okay.
hold or sell?
Okay. So I understand you're looking at the Z Entertainment stock. The quantity is 1,053 and you bought it at 103 rupees. And you want to sell it?
Sell or hold? What I do?
Okay. Okay, Ulhas, we'll try and come back, answer that question for you. I'm afraid we have to cut into the finance minister talking in right now. So we're going to go across live to that. But Ulhas, we will answer that question of yours later.
The critical thoughts for each one of them, so that this two-day meet would conclude giving us a clear set of workable ideas. Workable because you have given the ideas, you're the ones who are going to take it forward later on. But this comes at a time when the intensive discussions of today and tomorrow comes at a time we expect the announcement on the high-powered committee to look into banking for Vikasit Bharat. Sooner the committee will be announced, and the material that you are producing from today's discussion on the basis of a well-researched set of documents which have been shared with you in advance will hopefully provide that substantive meat for the committee to also look at. So the committee would probably have that material before them even as they deliberate. And even as they deliberate to give us their thoughts and also the recommendations which will help us to clearly understand where the committee wants India to go towards Vikasit Bharat, and in that the role of banks. So I think 2 days, absolutely valuable. No one is going to have any FOMO, everyone is here. So it is your output that I am keenly looking forward to, because once the committee gives its input, it's for us to rapidly move in that direction, understanding that the Vikasit Bharat 2047 is actually not too far away. We are in 26. So less than or short of 20 years is what we have before us. There couldn't have been a better time to talk about banking for Vikasit Bharat, especially for the grind that all of you all have gone through. Come out of it with all the recognition of difficulties and coming out towards the route of reform Your NPAs are at the lowest ever Indian bankings have seen, and therefore they cannot be a better position of strength with which you can take on reforms. You're actually having these two-day confluence. The ideas are going to be from the field, from the executioners, as it were. And once the committee, as I said, goes through all this and forms its view and recommendations, we'll be just ready to press the button or pedal to rev up the Indian economy. So since you're going to have me come tomorrow also, post your discussions with a complete brief that I'll hear in front of you, before you, about each of the 7 topics on which you've deliberated. I will stop my opening statement at this stage. Instead of repeating all the 7 categories on which you're going to be discussing, you've got the documents, you've done your work, so I will be keen to hear what comes out of it tomorrow. So thank you very much, and I think this will be one of the best meets where you're looking for your future action. All the top leadership is here. You have to set the tone for India's Vikasit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your progressive.
All right, so that was the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman speaking at the PSB Manthan that has begun today. And she, of course, was giving the opening remarks for that. Let's now go back to questions that we have been getting. I think Ullas is still there with us. So if you could take that question with Jigar now. Jigar, the question was around Zee Entertainment. What's your view on it?
See, currently there has been a pullback in Zee Entertainment. Recently, it made a high of somewhere near 119, and currently just trading above the 50-day exponential average along with simple moving average. So as of now, I would advise him to keep a stop loss below 99 on daily closing basis. A short resistance is seen somewhere near 105, and if 105 is cleared, then definitely we will see 112, 113 as a target within next 5 to 6 days.
All right, Ullas, I hope that answers your question. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, let's move on and let's take other WhatsApp question. This is coming in from Jaipur from Ram. The stock is Info Edge. Entry price is 33 and all right. So Jigar, he wants to know the FNO rate and what should be the strategy in this.
See, Naukri, Info Edge, currently there has been a phenomenal up move. So as of now, I would not suggest him to even, buy a fresh position. If he is holding this particular counter, then definitely he should trade a stop loss with a level of 1325 on daily closing basis. If the counters goes below this particular level, then he should book profits.
Okay, so the next question that we have is from Radhakrishna, writing to us from Bengaluru. Vari Renewable Technology is the stock in question here. He's got about 100 stocks of that, and the entry price is 1100. Should I sell, book loss, or average it out? I think he's looking for a long-term view. So, Gaurang, do you want to take that one on Vari Renewable Technologies?
Well, so unfortunately, we have coverage on Vari Energies, not on Vari Renewables. I'll let Jigar answer this. I'm sorry, we don't have coverage on this one.
All right, never mind, Jigar. What's your sense on this? Should he hold, book a loss, or average it out?
See, currently, Vari Renewable is trading somewhere near the support of breakout zone right from April 2026. So as of now, he should hold this particular counter and keep a stop loss below 840 on daily closing basis.
All right. Well, with that, it's time for a very short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back and we will continue to answer your stock-specific queries.
welcome back, and you're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, and we are answering your stock-specific question. Jigar and Gaurang, our experts on the show, are live with us. We're also joined by our live viewer, Mr. Venkat Ramani from Bangalore. Hi, good morning, sir. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I am holding 1,200 share of Ashok Leyland at the rate of 129. Just I want to know whether I can add more for a period of 6 to 1 year.
6 months to 1 year. All right, you've got a fantastic buy price. Jigar, at what rate you think he can buy more?
See, at current juncture, Ashok Leyland has already given a very good rally, decent rally, and currently facing resistance near 177, 178 zone. So as of now, we are expecting a pullback till 167, 168, and that would be the rate where he can add this particular counter. And overall, we are expecting 190, 195 as a target, and the stop loss would be kept below 160 on daily closing basis.
All right, so that's the advice. Do you have any other question?
No, thank you. Thank you for taking my question. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. All the best. Let's move on. Let's take a WhatsApp question. This is from Mr. Naveen Kumar. He's from Mysore, and JP Power is his stock. Buy price is 23, and he wants to know if he can average at the current rate. Gaurang, would you have the coverage on this?
I'm glad you asked me this question, Kavita. So, first of all, we know the history of this particular company. And, of course, the unconfirmed news of various corporates trying to take over assets of this particular company. From 23 levels, he's already down a decent amount of percentage because the stock is trading at about 17.33. Firstly, on the fundamentals, Kavita, we don't cover such companies. And my humble request to all your viewers is, try to keep safe distance from such single-digit, double-digit stocks. You may get into them thinking that they are value buy, but it can turn out to be a value trap. So just be careful and cautious. There are better names. Don't look at the price and invest. Look at the company and the fundamentals, and then get invested from a long-term point of view.
All right. So we hope that answers Naveen's question. But another question coming in from Bangalore. This is Patel writing in, and the stock in question is AWL Agri. The quantity is 100 shares. The entry price is 389. Now he wants to know whether he should sell or hold. So, Jigar, I think it's a pretty question on the technical. So, what's your sense on it?
See, currently AWL Agri business is, in a consolidation phase in the zone of 200 till overall 185. So as of now, I would suggest him to hold, keep a stop loss below 180 on closing basis, and overall and gradually we are expecting a breakout above 200 mark. And if we see breakout above 200, then definitely 210, 215 would be the target.
All right, 210, 215 would be the target. This question is from Mr. Govinda Kumar from Hyderabad. The stock is Zentech. Entry price is 1550 and time horizon is 1 to 2 years. And okay, Gaurang, interesting buy price, and he's got a very good time frame also. But what would you recommend?
Well, so I think first of all, the investment is at a very decent level. The company's performance in the past has been much better than what the street has estimated. Related orders to come through in terms of the expertise that the company has, Kavita. So I won't go into buy, sell and hold since we do not have coverage on Zen Technologies. But let me say this, that the future is very, very strong. And along with that, the fundamentals are also very, very strong. And like I mentioned, the investment in the shares are at a very comfortable zone, Kavita.
All right, technically, let's take a tech check from Jigar. Jigar?
See, in Zentech, again, the structure is bullish. Weekly price action is above the cloud, but overall, based on such a structure, I would recommend keeping a trail stop loss of 1750.
Okay, another question coming in from Delhi. Rachel is writing in, and a very specific question over there saying, on what level should I enter Astra Microwave products and data patterns? Currently, of course, trading at 1,722. So, Jigar, what's your advice to her on the technical levels of when she should enter it?
See, at current situation, Astra Microwave definitely no, because extremely and highly overstretched right from 885 till almost 2000 mark. So I would suggest to wait for at least 150, 200 point correction in Astra Microwave somewhere near 1500, 1600 levels. So as of now, wait and watch in Astra Micro, and data patterns currently again facing resistance near 4900 approximately, and we saw a decent correction. So in data pattern, we can add somewhere near 4,300, 400 zone, keeping a stop loss of below 4,000, and overall 5,000 would be the target.
Right, Gaurang, do you have coverage on this one? What are the fundamentals looking like on Astra?
Yeah, so I think the entire defense pack looks quite attractive, Nupur, and my sense is that with the kind of announcements that we heard over the weekend, especially on the Independence Day, there are a lot of companies which are likely to get benefited from the focus that the government is going to have on Make in India, Made in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we do have coverage on Astra Micro from a long-term point of view. We have an accumulate stance, Nupur. So if you are invested, stay invested. If you want to add to it, use dips to add on to the stock. And if you want to make a fresh investments, don't put all your money at one time. Start at current levels, and add on dips should be the strategy.
All right, target your investments in Astra Microwave from a long-term perspective. The next question is coming in from Mr. Maheshwari from Bangalore. The stock is Apollo Hospital. Entry price is 8750. And he wants to know for how long should he wait for turning in profit. Okay, Jigar, a short-term take.
Say in short term, Apollo Hospital is expected to test 9,000, 9,200 levels, and overall the trend is extremely overstretched. So for a safer side, I would suggest him to keep a stop loss of 8,700, and short term, at least in next 3 to 4 days, we are expecting 9,000, 9,100 as a target.
Okay, that's a take on Apollo Hospital. But then, Gaurang, any sector-specific view on entire pharma and healthcare space specifically?
So, Kavita, we have a view, in fact, on across the board. And I've always mentioned, Kavita, if you recollect our earlier conversation, that if you're looking at healthcare, pharma, and diagnostic, then you have to, don't segregate these sectors. You have to look at it in totality because they are counter-dependent on each other. So we are positive on pharma across small cap, mid cap, large cap, specifically with healthcare. Of course, there was a little bit of scare last week because of that, the tariff-related regulation which had to be capped, etc. But there's a huge opportunity, Kavita. So in healthcare, we like Apollo Hospital. We have a positive coverage on Apollo Hospital. Rainbow Children is something that we have a positive coverage. Amongst the other names, we are positive on Fortis, we are positive on Narayan Rudalaya, we are positive on Max Healthcare. We have a positive coverage. And my sense is that, despite of this, and these regulations needs to come in on and off to bring in a little bit of more discipline and transparency. In the diagnostic side, Kavita, we have a coverage on a company called Dr. Lal Path Labs. And in the pharma that you were asking me, just to name one or two names, Cipla, Orbindo Pharma, and Gland Pharma. These are some of the other names from the pharma universe.
So that's your take on the entire sector. But with that, it's time for a short break, and post that last leg of the show where we will continue answering your stock-specific question. Stay tuned.
What is the regulator looking at and what can we expect?
So the quantum computing, the main issue is inventorization. First learning, where the gaps are, where the cryptography is, what we call it cryptographic bill of materials. That needs to be ascertained by every organization. And then going forward, they must also see that use the cryptographic standards which are, post-quantum, not pre-quantum. So therefore, a lot of things can be done going forward. And then there is, of course, a question of how do we really take care of the past vulnerability. So this is one which is case of first an assessment, awareness and assessment. And then going future when you are using the standards which are safe standards. And then, of course, there will be an issue of how do we plug those PQC vulnerabilities once we have the cryptographic bill of materials.
सर आपने दो चीजें बोली कि फॉरेन मार्केट्स में कैश को वेलकम किया है वीवैप की जगह दे वर लुकिंग एट जीरो ट्रैकिंग एरर तो सर अब आपको लगता है कि फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट कैश की वजह से एक ट्रिगर हो सकता है उसका पॉजिटिव होने के लिए और सर दूसरा ये क्योंकि बीइंग द रेगुलेटर अगर ट्वीक पॉसिबल है किस तरह का क्या हो सकता है जिससे आपको लग रहा है जो आपने अभी तक जितना भी एनालाइज किया है किस तरह का ट्वीक हो सकता है?
नहीं, ये एक्चुअली इस तरह से कंजेक्चर्स हम नहीं कर सकते हैं क्योंकि ये डेटा बेस्ड होता है और इसका एनालाइज प्रॉपर करना होता है. A momentarily या a moments, a few moments thing do not decide a policy. Like it may, we just can't be just reacting for the day. If at all we have to, we will take some time, but we are at it. We are looking at all the suggestions which I have seen. I myself have seen a number of suggestions which have come from the social media. Our teams have gone through it. They are discussing with the participants. So, we need to meet our objectives, and those objectives can be best met. We don't really need unnecessarily, problems in the market just because we can achieve our objectives, and so long as we achieve the objectives, we can see what are the other things that can help.
But
Many things will improve by participation because initially, the people did not have indicative prices. So the people were saying that RV are doing the thing. So indicative prices are extremely important whenever the people are doing trading. Everyone should know what's going on in the cash. Ekta, I do not want to be pestered on this. I have given enough to you, but I can't just tell you this shall happen. This is how it will happen. We'll see. We are still at it.
One question from this side, sir. This is on the CRS compliance which we proposed in 2024-25. Obviously, we want to understand that how is SEBI helping smaller market entities manage high cost for mandatory EMSOP onboarding?
So one of the points that we have done, as you are aware, as a market shock. So there are several people, small brokers, etc., can participate can help mitigate their cyber risks through the market shock, which are maintained by exchanges.
Sir, recently there was a proposal in the BMS consultation paper about demat portability. Is the regulator thinking about allowing this for all classes of investors?
Well, we will have to look at it, wherever the problem is. So at the moment, I would say that the PMS had a issue that actually the securities, they belong to the investor in the PMS system. In case of mutual funds, this is not an issue because it is based on the NAV.
Some of the mutual funds started participating very late, and in one of the meetings we urged for two changes. First was a little later settlement under the SLPN part, and one was only continuous trading side by side on the gas. Anything on the discussion on that?
As I said, Kushbu, we have number of suggestions. I don't want to list out. You just Google it or just do whatever minimal AI. You will come to know the number of suggestions which have come. Many of the suggestions are good, but the point is apparently good and real good. We have to see because, sometimes in the moments of feet, you will really want, the system should be performed on that. If we really have a VWAP system, again going back, if you see that, then what was the problems in the VWAP system which we wanted to address? So are we going back also without addressing those issues?
Just discussions because we had announced very long back. There was a paper also on this, and then later on, it's been quite a leg room that was given to the industry. Could all these discussions have happened much way before implementing CAS, and why were these points were not raised before the regulator before implementing?
Well, it's always happened. See, people, there is a path dependence. People are there, worked on that. It's a major microstructure reform. So when you have something going on for years and years, and the people, they think that it will never come. The change will never come. So, and then therefore they do not put an energy into learning a new system, and that's it, I would say. So there are some initial teething problems whenever you have a major things, because the people tend to believe that it will be postponed, it will not be implemented. So that is a normal expectation. But this is a very major thing. It really depends on our own success in terms of attracting FPIs, allowing the passive investing a big play, which is already 30% of your market. And we cannot just, put our this thing on this issue just because, some people want to do options trading in the way they want to do options trading. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.